Hello and welcome to the Broke Book Girls podcast, your go-to destination for indie reads. We're your hosts, Anne and Bree, and we would love for you to join us as we journey through all things indie. Here, we aim to highlight incredible indie authors, explore new worlds, and introduce you to books you won't find anywhere else. Tune in to find your next read, have a laugh, and share in the joy of finding your home. Hello and welcome to episode 29 of the Broke Book Girls podcast, your go-to destination for indie reads, the pod that's good for your soul but bad for your TBR. Today's episode is all about our reading habits, how we read, what we do, how we do done it. But before we jump into that, guys, it's really hot. My brain is melted. Let's talk about our current reads. Anne, what are you currently reading?
I'm currently reading Untraced Magic by Rachel Scott. I met Rachel at Ages of Pages this year, and I have had her book on my TBR for a while, and I picked up a physical copy, and now is the time that I'm reading it. So this, what I know, I'm only like 2 chapters in. So we have this main character, Morgan, who moves to this small town that's very rainy, very gothic sort of vibes, and she has a secret. But we're also following another main character, Tyler, who is maybe possibly attracted to her in some way, and he is refusing to believe that he is. I've heard, I don't really know the main plot of the story, but I've heard some really, really good things from other NZ bookstagrammers, and they say it's very Twilight nostalgia feeling. So I'm very excited to get into that. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. What about you, Bree?
I have just started The Legacy of Ophelia by Nicole Platania, which is book 5 and the final book in the Trials of Ophelia series. I have been very nervous to read this because it is the end of an era. It is the final book of the series. I don't know who's going to make it out alive. I don't know who's going to die. It's very kind of like, I opened it today and I'm like, okay, it's time to start this, and I'm like already going like,
I'm scared.
It's scary. It's gonna be so good though, and it's gonna be a sad relief to let them go, because having been with them for so long now, these characters, and it's like leaving family all over again.
Yeah. I find the end of a series is always so hard. You always put the last book off for so long because you just don't want it to end. But I'm proud of you. You're reading a book that you're scared of. We did talk about this book in our Books We're Scared Of episode, so I'm very, very proud that you're actually getting to it.
I decided, I'm like, it is time. It's like, we're at the end of the year, and before time starts to get really shitty, busy, crazy, I'm like, I need to just like actually read something that, kind of perfect being the end of the year and it's the end of a series. So
yeah,
we'll report back on how I'm feeling afterwards.
That is a series that I do have on my TBR that I'm actually very intrigued to get to. I have book 1 on my Kindle, I'm pretty sure.
Excellent. It is a really good series, and I love the characters, and you're in for a treat. But it's going to be emotional when I finish it. But anyway, so today we're talking about our reading habits. We were talking about, as we're spitballing ideas, and we were like, what about our reading habits? Because everyone reads so differently, and, how do we cope with book slumps? And, when do we take, what style do we read on all the different things to do with reading that we like to do and how we do them. I'm not explaining this very well, but if you guys...
You'll get the gist of it once we start talking.
Bree's brain is melted because it is so fucking hot in Auckland at the moment.
Yeah, it's really hot.
I still think it's summer. It's not end of November, but it's summertime. So, reading,
yeah. So I wrote we always have a script for every episode, so I wrote just some different things down that we could talk about. So, what do you want to start with? Probably just go through the list.
I guess. The formats that we read.
Yeah. So what formats do you read?
All of them.
All of them. Same. Yeah.
There's always a physical book, an ebook, and an audiobook.
Yeah.
Those are my three that I usually go for, that I always have going. And I know you do something similar, don't you? When you're at work, you have an audiobook going.
Yeah. So basically, I read 3 books at a time. So I'll have an ebook while I'm on my lunch break, or when I also have the Kindle app on my phone. So if I'm sitting in the car while my partner's doing something, I'll just pull out my phone and read the ebook on my Kindle. Generally, it's mostly ARCs, but sometimes I do read other books on Kindle Unlimited and stuff. Then I listen to audiobooks at work throughout the day because I have headphones in all day because I'm working with heavy machinery. So I'll always have an audiobook on the go, which is why I end up reading a lot every single month, because I get through audiobooks very, very quickly because I listen to it on anywhere from 2 to 2.5 speed. And then I always have,
it has to be
fast. It has to be the same speed or a little bit faster than what I can read with my eyeballs, because I don't know how people listen to it at 1 time speed. It sounds like slow-mo.
And I think I liked the audiobook to go at the speed at which my brain goes.
Yeah.
It's like, if I need to keep up with what's happening, and if it's like and then they did this, and I'm like, no, that's too slow.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It'd be fast.
Like 2 to 2 times 2.5. And if I'm like really, like if I've got like an hour left on the audio and I've got like 30 minutes left of work, I will crank that up and I will try to get it finished before the end of the day. But then I also have a physical book for when I'm at home, because I do have a reading challenge that I do every single month where I'm trying to whittle down my TBR and the books that are actually on my shelves, because I have 4 full bookcases, and those physical books are what I'm trying to read every day. The challenge is successful because I'm getting rid of a lot of books. Like, because when I first started reading, I would just buy a book that I recognized the title or the author, and I'd buy a lot of stuff from like the op shops and stuff. So I ended up collecting a lot of books that I didn't really have an interest in, but I was like, ooh, I know that author, I'm going to pick it up, which is what a lot of the books are on my shelf. So this challenge, every book that I buy that I need to get on my shelf, if I have to take a book off that shelf, I have to read it that month. And then I also have to randomly generate the number of books that I have to read in the month as well. So this month I'm reading like 10. Damn. And it's difficult. Last month I failed, and then my punishment, because this is a game that I play with my partner basically, so he kind of set the rules as to how this works. And if I fail, I have to drink a shot of something not great. So I lost my challenge last month, and I have a spinner wheel of like my base shot, and then how many books I fail the episode by, I have to add something to the drink. And it was gross. So my base was Coca-Cola, and then what I had to add to it was olive juice. It was not good.
Oh no. No.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's for the vlog. It's for the content.
The internet, please enjoy.
It's for the internet.
Dying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I do my reading. Like, I always have 3 on the go. What about you?
I always have an audiobook, and that's like, and what I do is my audiobook is for nighttime. So that's when because I need noise and I need stimulus. So it's like it's like reverting back to childhood. Like, you know, when your parents read you a bedtime story, except it's an audiobook. So I always have an audiobook going at night, and it's always something random. It's either something I've already read, or it's something that like I wouldn't sit and actually read myself. So I've got, like, the one that I've got going on at the moment is the spin-off series to The Maze Runner, which I'm like, I would never read the spin-off series. Yeah.
So I didn't even know there was a spin-off series.
Neither did I until I was perusing Libby, and I'm like, I know, why has this got... Then I looked, I was like, oh shit, this is like a spin-off, like 75 years later. Wild. So I listen to an audiobook, and then I generally have multiple going on my Kindle at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I'm very much I'll open a book and I'll go, do I really want to read this today? And then I'll go, no, and then I start a new book completely because I just
Right.
get my attention span currently, just with how, like, with just being so busy, is I need something that's gonna like hold me, and if something's not
Yeah.
holding me, then I just have to move on. So I always have multiple Kindle books going, which my goal this year was to not have multiple books going at once, but I failed that massively
Yeah.
because I got distracted. And then my physical books, like, will be when I can't read on my Kindle. Like when I went
Yeah.
through that massive thing with Empress Teresa, where I was fucking traumatized by my Kindle. I still kind of am. Like I pick it up and I go,
Yeah.
I need to read that, but I'm like, I just haven't gone back to it. So I've been reading everything else under the sun. But my goal is to finish Empress Teresa before Ben gets back from his 5-week stint at sea next year.
Yeah. That's a good plan. Put it in the calendar. Have Empress Teresa finished.
Ben goes away on this date. This is when he comes back. Okay, I'll have it finished, and then I'll have all my annotations for him, and he'll love it. So my physical
Yeah.
books are kind of, if I'm sitting there and someone goes, "Oh, you should read this," I'm like, "Oh, I actually do have that," and then I'll pick it up and I'll read it. But currently, I put away my physical currently reading accidentally. It's in a box somewhere, so I will not be picking that one up because I can't. I
That's
don't know where
fair.
I fucked up.
You did fuck up. Another question that I just thought about. Are you a mood reader or do you plan your TBRs every month?
I'm a mood reader. 100%.
Yeah.
I have tried to plan my TBR before, but it never goes well, ever. I see I start my plan, I look at it and I go, yeah, I can do this.
No. Mm-hmm.
I maybe read one book on that list and I completely deviate. I'm very kind of like, if you look at my personality, like I'm a good combination of cluster A and cluster B personality type because I like structure, but not all the time. And my mood reading is you structure, don't you?
I like to pretend that I structure everything. And I'll make all these TBR videos and TBR posts for Instagram. I think if we go back, I probably have not read any of those books. But I set myself up to be I want to read these books in the month, and then it just doesn't happen. But I do structure my reading in a way that if I've got a bunch of arcs that I need to get to, and especially with the reading challenge that I do now every single month, I have to be very rigid in the books that I'm reading. So I have a list on my phone of basically this is the audiobook that you're going to read. Once you finish that, this is the next audiobook, this is the next audiobook. And then it's the same with my ebooks based on the release dates, my arcs and stuff. So I need to get through these books before this time. And it's the same with my physical books. So I'm so I basically, on my phone, on my notes app, I have a list. I'll pull it up. And it's all my reading plans. So it's I've got my audio. Oh, hold on. Then my ebooks, and then my physicals. So then I just work my way through those lists as I go. And yeah, I just make TBR things of being this is all the extra stuff that I want to read but never get to because I have such rigid plans.
So that's one of the things that I might like to try next year is, is setting myself a goal. Okay, this is what you're going to read, and this is how many you're going to read in this month.
Yeah.
And then go from there. But I also know that life gets in the way, and I've been
100%.
And then with my there's just a lot going on, and I'm I kind of want to try doing that and something like that, and be a little less mood reader and a little more structured. But I also know that I'll see the structure and I'll go, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only way that I've found that I can kind of get myself through, because I have this thing where I'll have an audiobook that I want to really, 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 really want to read, or just a book in general that I really want to read. But I've noticed it most with my audio. It'll sit in my Libby, and I'll put it off, and I'll put it off, and I'll put it off, and I'll renew it, and then I'll put it off, and I'll put it off, and then I just don't read it because I have to return it, and then I never get to it. So if I have the audio books, I have more mood reading kind of leeway with those, because if I have a bunch of books for my challenge, I try and get some of them on audio so I can just fly through them at work, and that helps me with my challenge. So I don't just read all of my physicals. But then also, if I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for like a monster romance, I'll like jump on Libby or Audible and like find a short thing, because I fly through so many audiobooks. The audiobooks is kind of where I can get my mood reading in, which is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could. I just heard someone cough in the background and sneeze.
Every Sunday. I'm surprised you didn't hear him last night. He was in the shower, which is like right there, and he was hacking up, and I was like wincing every time he did it, going, please don't hear that, please don't hear that.
No, we were having too much fun last night, so that was fine. No, I wish I could. I remember when I was on night shift, so when I was working shift work, I got a lot more reading done because I'm awake into the wee hours of the morning. And, I can put my headphones in it and I can listen to my audiobook at work, and like I can sit there and I can type my notes, or I can do, documentation and updating stuff and all of that while I'm listening to an audiobook. But like I can't do that anymore, and I kind of miss that. I don't miss the sleep deprivation, but I do miss the being able to sit and read. And that's why I did read a lot more back when I was doing the shift work, because I had so much more extra time, because I wouldn't sleep, or I would sleep for like 8 hours.
Yeah. That man needs to be banned from my house.
Just on recording.
Yeah. Hours. There's just like a sign on the door, you're not allowed in until this time.
Yeah, from here to here, fuck off. So I guess, technically, we both read multiple books at a time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you kind of have to if you want to get through all of these books that we want to read.
Right. I've read so many books this year, like it's the most I've read in a few years. I've hit like 200.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, I don't know what happened this year. I've just been like on the grind.
I've read 60 books this year.
That's good.
Which is, it's good, but it's not like I've done better. I did 99 last year.
Yeah.
And then 2023, I did 130.
Yeah.
But that was like me in the middle of like shift work. 2022, I did 155.
Yeah. But then again, you've had quite a rough year, and you've been slumpy for a while and like struggling through a bunch of books. So it makes sense.
It's like, I look back and I go, why did I fucking read
I know.
Because now I'm like, but I will look. It hits I'll make you a deal. Next year, if Ben says you won't read this book, I'll tell him to go and read it himself.
Challenge not accepted.
No. While I refuse to turn down a challenge, I go, no, I have to like challenge it. So you're going to offer a challenge, I'm fucking going to do it. Next time it'll be a no. Because I do not want to be put off reading for so long again.
Yeah.
I just want to
That was rough. Yeah.
Just never read Empress Teresa, guys.
Just don't do it. We'll have a full-blown episode on why you shouldn't read it.
With
next
Ben
year.
Here.
With Ben.
It'll be even funnier because he'll be sitting here going, I don't know what to do here. I'm just like, you're just going to listen to us shit on this book and shit on Bree's decision makings for 10 years.
Pretty much. Yeah. So definitely multiple books. Wow. Multiple books at a time. Yeah. Words just not wording.
It's just the heat melts the brain, and then the brain kind of scrambles, and then out comes the words, and the words don't do the mouth.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Yeah. Well phrased. I mean, like I said, I really tried this year to do one book at a time, and I started
I remember that goal.
I started off really strong.
You did. And then I think we started the podcast, and then it just went downhill from there because with the podcast we do our goal is to read the book of the author that we're interviewing, so we're never just like asking very vague questions. We kind of want to ask those nitty-gritty deep questions, very specific questions. So we our goal is to always read at least one of the author's books before we get on the podcast. So I think that definitely screwed you up a little bit.
That was where I think I started to go downhill, and I just said, fuck it, we ball. And I was like, cool, I'm just reverting back to my natural habitat of multiple books.
Chaos reader.
Because then I do just sit there and I go, okay, cool, these are all the books on my currently reading. I'm going to sit, I'm just going to read.
Yeah.
And like I can nut out like a book in a day, or like in a couple of hours if like I've got nothing on, which has been really nice. And I can say, hey, it makes for entertainment for everyone else as well, because then you just watch me slowly die, where I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But then when my currently reading pile, like the actual thing on Goodreads says 0, I'm like, oh, I'm so good.
Yeah, it's such an accomplishment when you watch those currently reads like reduce down.
And it's like, I need to do this again. I actually do need to do it again, where I just I was actually looking at my currently reads, and I was like, I need to do, like, I'm not going to have any time over the next couple of weeks with moving, but I just need to, I've got 4 books on there, and I mean, one of them is an audiobook, and that'll be done in like 2, because I put on a sleep timer with my nighttime audiobooks, so that audiobook will be done in like 2 nights' time. But, I mean, I've got A Wraith Beneath the Tides that I need to finish, Empress Teresa, which I'm only Little Circle of Death, 50% through. Finishing Oh No, There's an Ifrit in My Cosmic Cafe, and then the Legacy of Ophelia. So it's like I just need to sit and not. Maybe that's what I'll do on Wednesday, because I've got nothing to do on Wednesday.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Until unless I bring back a whole lot of boxes, and then I'll be packing.
Yeah. Fun times.
Do we DNF books?
I do. 100%. There is not enough hours or books. There's not enough hours in the day, and there's too many books in the world to be reading a book that you don't enjoy. And like, I don't DNF many. Like, there's not many books where I'm like, this is so bad that I'm not finishing it. But there's been ones where I'm like, this is really bad, and I know I'm going to give it 1 star, but I'm just going to hate read it.
Yeah, there have been, I think I can count, because I keep a track of it. I've got 22 books that I have not finished.
Oh, wow.
And
I have a like hidden I have a hidden shelf on my Goodreads of all the books that I've DNF'd. Hold on, let me have a look how many I've DNF'd.
You can hide them?
Well, it's like one of the like shelves that no one really looks at.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, really, we're not really going through people's Goodreads and like stalking
and judging.
Really. Yeah. I mean, I might if I don't like you, but no, just kidding. I have 41 DNFs.
Sorry, 31 or 41?
41.
I think you have to, it is, in a sense, it is a way of self-care for yourself, because you don't want to read something you're going to, like, you're actually hating. Like, there's one book in my DNF that I got to 22%, and I just went, I actually can't, like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna. And do you rate, and you don't rate your DNFs? I don't.
No, I didn't finish it, so I don't feel comfortable rating a book or reviewing a book when I've DNF'd it, which is why sometimes I will finish it, so then I can give it a 1-star review, and then like review it and be like, this is the why I didn't like it. Sometimes I'll write like the reason why I didn't DNF it. Like, one of them, there was it was the sequel to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Our main character is like 20-something, 30, and she ends up having sex with like a 16-year-old. Immediate DNF.
That's a problematic book.
Yeah, immediate DNF. And then there is some that I've DNF'd that just at that time I wasn't enjoying, but I have a feeling that I'm going to like it because it's an author that I've already read before. Like, one recently was The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. I've read one of his other books, loved it, 5-star read for me, and I have a feeling that I would enjoy this book. I just wasn't in the right headspace. So I've soft DNF'd it, where I'll probably come back to it at some other point. But yeah.
I mean, not every book is going to be for every person, and I hate DNFing, but I also just go, I don't want to push myself into, like, just keep pushing myself into slumps, because I know that's what'll happen, is I will just, I'll just lose the plot further.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I don't have the plot to begin with.
And I find when there is a book that I just don't want to pick up, I find that I just end up getting in a slump, but I just don't really want to read anymore.
Yeah.
Like anything, because I'm in such a bad mood because I've like spent so much time reading this book that I'm not enjoying.
Yeah, and that's where I find, like, I go through phases where I'll either read a lot, or I'll be watching movies and TV shows, or I'll be gaming.
Yeah.
Or I will be doing none of that and just doom scrolling through TikTok. Like, it's like, I find I go through those phases where, like, that's like when I'm just like, I just can't, like, look at a book, and I really want to, but I'm like, I just can't. Like, everything sucks. Like, this isn't.
Yeah.
Like, I like an audio. I find the audiobooks are fine because I can just listen.
Yeah.
And that, like, I can cope with that. But yeah, it's actually reading it sometimes that I just go, words. Why?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's,
reading is like my main hobby. Like, I just read all the time. And when, like, I've never really gotten into a slump where I've actively stopped reading for a long period of time. It's more like, oh, I'm not feeling this book, I'm going to turn this off. Oh, I'm not feeling this book, I'm going to, like, switch. And then I'll finally find something that kind of holds me and sticks me in. I sucks me in, and then I stick with that one. But yeah, I just find that because I just come home and I read. Or like I'll watch one. I only watch like one show at a time, so I'll watch like an episode in the evenings.
Yeah.
And then I don't really watch movies because I struggle with picking something to watch because there's so many options with like Netflix and Disney Plus, and then you just spend hours scrolling, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm just gonna read. Like, I can't be bothered.
That's probably why, like, I stick to the TV shows that I know, or TV shows that become strongly recommended to me. So I'm currently watching High Potential on Disney because Zoe said I should watch it. So I'm watching that. It's actually really good. It's been like, it's like I actually sit and I watch it, but I usually tend to rewatch my comfort shows. Like, I'm just about to finish my Bones rewatch, and of course I'm watching Stargate with my friend. And like, I'm actually holding off watching more of SG1 until he goes, okay, when are we going to watch some more? Because I'm just, I just want to watch Stargate. But I think that's, especially when it comes to reading, like, reading is my main hobby, but I also get sidetracked. But I also like to game. So, and I'm just a baby gamer. I play Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age currently. I'm also playing Stray, which is yet to be a cat. And I'm getting really fucking frustrated with that game at the moment because I keep fucking dying. So I just give up. But yeah, I don't, like, because I stopped reading for so long while I was studying. Because all I had time for was to read freaking journal articles. And then when I picked up reading again in 2020, thanks to COVID, thanks that first lockdown and, university deciding, hey, even your online class has been cancelled, which confused me.
What?
I'm like, they cancelled my online class.
That's stupid.
And I'm like, but this is an online class. And they're like, yeah, but we've still cancelled it, like, so that we can get everyone up to speed for online learning. And I'm like, but it's an online class.
Stupid.
It didn't make sense to me. So when I can't read, I'm just like, I hate my life.
Yeah, I stopped reading for a long time as well. Like, I read all through high school, and then in my last year of high school, I basically like was in this massive depressive episode and just like lost my love for like everything. I was like in full survival mode. Like, I almost dropped out of school, all this sort of stuff. And then when I moved here and I felt like I was finally in a better and safer place, that's when I found reading again, because I had nothing else to do because I didn't have a job. I couldn't work. So I literally read like 250 books that year.
Yeah,
because that's all I could do.
When I so I read a lot during COVID, and that's when I found like romantasy, and I kind of really got into
Yeah.
it. And then once I graduated uni, it's like I read like 60 books in like 2 months because all of a
Holy.
sudden I was free, and my brain was like I sat my state exam, I studied, I sat my state exam, I passed, I was a registered nurse, I didn't have work, and then we went into another lockdown, and I was just like,
Let's
I'm just
go.
gonna I'm just I because when I started my job, my nursing job down south, and they didn't like, oh, introduce yourself, and I was like, okay, well, my name's Bree. I'm from Auckland. Something you wouldn't think about me is what that you know from me about me from face value is that I read 60 books in 2 months, and they all kind of went, "Are you okay?" And I went, "No."
Yeah.
I live in Greymouth now. What do you expect? And then they
Yeah,
all
it's
went,
really it's really funny like talking about reading to people outside of the reading like community.
mm.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I've read like 200 books this year, and they're looking at you like, are you like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I like to read.
Well, exactly. It's just like it's a hobby, and at least it's not drugs.
Yeah,
That's my
it's
biggest
really
thing.
funny though because a lot of people in this town kind of know that I'm like a bookstagrammer. I make content about books. I'm a PA, all that kind of thing. And I'll have like a couple of weeks ago, I went to get coffee, and the lady who follows my bookstagram, she comes running out of the office, and she's like, "I just started Fourth Wing. Oh my god! I've been like scrolling through your page for all these new recommendations," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, so it's just crazy how like yeah, just people in everyday life are just like, I don't understand this, because like a lot of people just don't have that love for reading like we do. So yeah, it's just definitely really interesting.
That's when like I'm talking to my colleagues, and like at least two of them like books, but one of them he listens exclusively to audiobooks,
Oh
which
yeah,
is like which is good. And then my other
yeah.
colleague, she's exclusively on her Kindle. And then I'm talking about this book that's just arrived, and I've added it to my shelf, and now I need to rearrange my shelf. And then everybody looks at me like, "What do you mean you need to rearrange yourself?" It's like, well, I need to have it in a certain order. And actually, how do you organize? That's another question. How do you organize your shelf, your bookshelves? Do you have a system?
No,
Wow.
but
Okay.
I know where every single book is on my shelf. Like if you asked me for a book, I could go get it like immediately. Yeah, no, I don't have any organization. I used to have it as like each genre. I had a different section, but now that I'm doing this challenge, I am literally fighting for my life trying to get some of these books on the shelf and being strategic with it. So I'm like every month I'm rearranging my shelves to fit books on and not pulling books off, so I don't end up reading like 12 books in a month. So yeah, I'm just trying to like
You've
slam
actually.
books in there and just like
Yep, that'll do it.
yeah. That challenge stresses me out, man, but it's so fun.
You keep doing it.
I keep doing it. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do it. The thing is, I'd be told I have to keep doing this challenge until I don't have stacks on my floor anymore.
Well, you just get another bookshelf, and then you won't have stacks on the floor.
He won't let me. I've got no room for a bookshelf, to be fair. And if I get a new bookshelf and then I add all those books on the stacks, they're not gonna like my bookshelf won't be full, which will then give me more excuses to buy books, and then that kind of gets me in the scenario that I'm in. So I don't want to do that, but I also kind of want to do that.
I'm like, I see no issues with the scenario.
So how are your shelves organized?
So they are organized by genre. So
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 shelves dedicated to genre, alphabetical order
Yep.
per genre. So I've got
Mm-hmm.
I had my 3 romance shelves, and it's all in alphabetical order. And then I have, so it goes romance, and then it kind of goes the like young adultish kind of books, and then it goes into fantasy, and then if I've got multiple of one author, I will have a shelf just for that one author. So I've got a shelf just
Yeah.
for Sarah J. Maas. I've got a shelf just for Fourth Wing and Lee Bardugo, and then with now taking everything off my shelves to pack it all up, I'm like, cool. This gives me really great excuse to reorganize everything when I get into the new place,
Yeah.
and like have because I want to have my just my indie shelf,
Yeah.
so that way I've got all my indies together, all in alphabetical order. But what really pisses me off is when, because I like them to be in alphabetical order, but I also want them to be like have all of my one author together. But then some of the authors, the books come in different sizes, and I need to have like
Oh,
if
I
I'm gonna
hate
have,
that.
I need to have it so that the big books are at the end, so it goes small to big. Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
like that's where I get really like frustrated because I'm trying to fucking organize these books and the authors won't publish the books in the same size. And I'd like to just PSA to all indie authors: make sure your books are the same fucking size, please. Thank you,
Yes.
love you. Um, and then also make sure your spines all match up because I want the numbers.
Yes.
I also like you need to have everything in the exact same place, otherwise it pisses me off because I'm sitting there going, this is it doesn't line up. I need it all to match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that goes into how am I going to do this without pissing myself off. And I'm looking at my books. I'm just like, some of them are in weird because I just can't put them how I want to have them. Also need more.
Yeah.
I need more bookshelves. So but that'll be when I'm in my own place, probably where I get
Yeah.
more shelves.
You can just fill every room with bookshelves.
My friends are going to come over and they're going to be like, so where do we sit? I'm like, you can sit on the floor.
Like that one spot on the floor you see that's not covered by anything, that's where you sit. And don't move.
Well, that might be my spot, though. That might be my spot. That makes it stand.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. Am I going to stop collecting the books? No.
Never.
Never.
Like I still buy books. Like
Oh yeah.
it just makes every month hard. Like I've got if you look over here, up there are all my hold books for the month. So now I have to try. Oh wow! So now I have to try and get all of them on my shelf. But the thing is, if they're unread, they go on my stacks on the floor. If they're read, they have to fit on my shelf.
I just have them it's interesting how different people organize their books from what they have and what they haven't read. Because I used to be able to say that I had read every book on my shelf, but now I have not, and I know what books I haven't read. But they're all on the shelves. Like I just sit there going, someone goes, "Oh, what about this book?" I haven't read it.
Yeah, if I pull all the books that I haven't read off my shelves, I'd have like 2 shelves full of books.
Yeah,
maybe. There's probably more than that, to be fair. But my main goal is I don't want, because I've got shelves where it's double stacked, so there's books behind the books that I don't see, and I'm trying to slowly get away from that. So what I do is I'll kind of go through my shelves and I'll pull the books that have been on my TBR the longest, and that's what's kind of sitting on the floor, plus whatever I buy recently onto the floor because they're books that I really, really want to read. So then I'll get some books that I really, really want to read, some books that have been on my shelf for a long time. So I'm like kind of mixing up what I read and how I read them. But yeah, my there's no system to my shelves. I would like a system to my shelving once I've kind of whittled them down a little bit and I can kind of organize them a little bit better. So that might be a next year thing.
I think my shelves would be a little bit more better organized if I stopped buying multiple editions of one book. But I'm not going to stop doing that either.
Absolutely not.
I got 3 copies of Quicksilver, and I need to get Brimstone. I've got.
Do you have the indie, the trad, and then the new one?
Yeah. So I've got all those ones, and then multiple editions, like a Fourth Wing. Like that one's got I've got multiple editions of.
I've got 3 editions of Fourth Wing.
I have 4 editions of Fourth Wing, 3 editions of Iron Flame, and 2 of Onyx Storm.
Yeah, I've got 3 of Fourth Wing, 2 of Iron Flame, 2 of Onyx Storm. Because I also have the black edition of Fourth Wing.
Yeah, same. I'm currently staring because I've got. So what I do, like with some of my books that when you have multiple editions of them and they've got pretty like sprayed edges, I'm currently
Yeah.
staring at like my Fourth Wing shelf, and I'm like, I don't know what book that is because I got the prettiness. I got the sprayed edges out, so I'm like, I actually don't
Yeah, I'm the
know.
same with my special editions. Yeah, my sprayed
I
edges are out.
just have no clue, and especially when you're in multiple editions. That's why I'd love for more indie books to have like more editions. With more of them need to be picked up by boxes, so that way we can get all
Yeah,
the editions.
yeah,
Please.
100%. Yeah, I love that this year, like my special edition collection has really started to grow. Because I did have Bookish and Spice, and then that just kind of started this like downhill thing. And now that we've got the grimoire, so I can get all of these special editions that
Yes.
you can't really get over here. So yeah, I've got like two special editions of When the Moon Hatched. I've got the Quicksilver special edition. I'll be getting the Brimstone special edition. I've got all the Fourth Wings. I've got Null and Void.
Yeah, Null and Void.
Yeah.
That is a pretty book.
Oh, so pretty. And then I've just got a new one that I have to add to my shelf this month as well. So yeah.
I'm never gonna stop. Need all the pretty books.
Yeah.
I think, and especially because in the shelf, so my bedside table is a bookshelf because it was free on the side of the road, and I was taking the bins up and I saw it, and I was like, "Well, on the side of the road, so you're coming inside with me." Because I didn't have a bedside table, so the middle shelf has my two. Oh, yeah, that's a really bright.
Oh, that's
sun.
bright.
I'm so white that I actually reflected a little bit.
You did, like that almost blinded me.
Like, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. I keep my favorite indie books down here, and I've got my two special editions from the indie books. So I've got this one, which was done by Athena. She did the artwork for
Yes. Yeah.
And then I've got The Dagger and the Forbidden Air. And
I need so pretty.
I need to get the rest of the series, which is available to be bought. I just haven't gotten around to it, and that'll be a next thing where I get the rest of the special edition series because it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep these ones beside my bed because then I can go. If someone goes, "Hey, so do you have a book?" and I'll be like, "Right, you should read this one." But you're not taking this edition. You can take the paperback version, which is also down there, I think. Yes, it is.
Another question that popped into my mind: do you annotate your books?
I have started. So I think the first book I properly it wasn't an indie book, so I don't annotate my indie books for some reason.
Fair.
I've started annotating my trad published books though.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think it's just because it's traditionally published. It's fine. I feel like I don't know.
I think it is with indie because so many books are being picked up by publishers that you kind of want your indie editions to be like your holy grail editions, like that. Yeah, I get that. I'm very wary about my own indie editions.
Yeah, I think it's with like all the trad published ones. I go, yeah, no, this is fine. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll happily doodle in this. But like, it's with the indies. I think it's just because they are kind of just so precious. Like, this is their first. Like, this is their first baby. Like, this is just this is how it's come out into the world, and this is what we have now. That I just don't want to touch it. Like with The Dagger and the Forbidden Air. I have the original cover. This was before it got a revamp, and I refuse to annotate this because I'm like, this is
of course.
This is the OG. I actually never looked at the inside of this. I've not looked at.
Ooh.
It's pretty. Ooh. Sorry, getting really sidetracked here. I'm just like, I've actually never looked at taken the dust cover off. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's very pretty. I like that.
Fully sidetracked. That was a very dusty book. I'm going to sneeze later. So no, I don't. I will annotate trad books. I won't annotate my indie books.
I'm a fiend for annotating. I love it so much. I'll grab some of my books that I've like heavily annotated and I'll show you.
Yes.
Please hold.
So while we wait, now that I all have you here with me, I would like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Amelia J. and Sheila Masterson, who you would have seen me interview for. Thank you for coming to my TikTok.
Okay, so two that I just grabbed are Quicksilver.
Yes. Oh,
so all the tabs.
Oh, I love it.
And I do write in my books and I highlight as well. Each tab means something different.
See, I've only just really started with the annotating because I was just kind of like, you know what? I mean, I could get into this because I always have commentary, and I mean, if you saw my Kindle notes, like my Kindle notes get really unhinged. My notes for Song of the Darkwood by Sheila Masterson when I was annotating that on my Kindle, like they were unhinged comments.
And here's Fourth Wing as well. So like, yeah, each tab means something else, and then I kind of, I like write in them, I highlight, I underline, I like.
Yes. I love
and when I reread, then like, I just love doing it. I don't know, like it's just a hobby for me as well.
The first book I probably did like proper annotate was Games God's Play by Abigail Owen. Like that was like I sat down, I opened that book, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna need to get a pen and stick to this. Like this is gonna be a necessity because I have comments.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just love doing it, and it kind of helps me remember the book more as well because I'm so focused, and I'm like, oh, that's, and like things like foreshadowing, I'll highlight and be like, I think this is going to be important later, and like important information. So if I don't want to reread the book, I could kind of flick through all those like yellow tabs that are my important tab and kind of go, oh yeah, these are important things that I should know about the world and characters, etc., etc. So yeah,
it makes it just a little more interactive.
Yeah, and I remember a lot more.
As I slowly branch, like I'm very slowly branching into it because I'm like, I'm just like, it feels wrong, but at the same time it feels so right because I'm like, these are books that I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah, I'm never going to get rid of them, and like it's only generally with like 5-star reads or like favorites of all time, and like I'll get a feel like if I start a book and I'm ever unsure, I just grab a pencil and I just have the pencil by my side. So like if something catches my eye, I'm like, that's quotable or highlightable, I'll do it in pencil. And then once I hit like midpoint or like 50 pages in or 100 pages in and I've highlighted a lot of things, I'm like, right, yeah, this is an annotatable book. I'm going to go back and highlight everything.
You know what we should do? We
should
do a book swap.
So we absolutely
swap it, and then we add our own annotations and comments in it.
Yes. I love that idea.
That is such a... we need to do it. I don't know what book we'll do it for, but what books we'll do it for, but we need to do it. Yeah. That'd be so fun.
I have an idea. We should do it for indie authors and then give it to the indie authors as a gift. So like if we go and meet them at Ages of Pages or something, then we can be like, here's this edition of your book.
With all of our thoughts on that, my friend, is yes.
Okay, cool. We'll talk after. We don't want to spoil it, but yeah. We're
so smart.
We're geniuses. Like, come on.
We really are. I mean, it was like, so with Sheila, like, there was a group of us where we, like, at an event, like, they gifted her a copy of Song of the Darkwood with all of our annotations in it, and she fucking loved it. She was, like, going through it, she's like, this is so funny. And I got a tag in the Discord being like, because my nickname there is Kate's Precious Menace. And she was just like, this is, you just done it. She's like, you just done a different planet. I'm like, yes, I am. It's, no, we need to do that.
Okay, perfect. Love it. Amazing.
Main genres that we read.
Main genres? I read a bit of everything. But my main ones would be romantasy, fantasy, and dark romance probably would be my main ones.
Yeah. I think romantasy, fantasy, a little bit of high fantasy, contemporary romance.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely delve into contemp every now and again when it's like, when a book's like getting really popular and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. But yeah, dark romances would be my main contemp romance that I would go for. Yeah. To be fair, I haven't read a lot of dark romance, but it would definitely be up there with the fantasy and romantasy. I'm also delving into horror a bit more this year, which I'm enjoying. A lot of fun. But yeah, there's not a lot of indie horror that I've found. To be fair, I haven't really searched deeply into it, but I would definitely be interested in checking out some indie horror as well.
I will also say probably one of the other things that I'm delving more into for some unknown reason is monster romance.
Hell yeah.
I get told, hey, you should read this, or it comes up, or I get an email saying, hey, this arc is available if you want it. You read the first one, do you want the second one? And I'm like, yes. Why not? Hey, I'm just branching out and getting ready for our monster romance episode when we eventually talk about it.
Yeah, I think this year specifically, I've read a lot of monster romance.
Is that indicative of the kind of year we've had?
Yeah, I think so.
Because this year
I think so.
Weird. I don't know what.
Weird.
I've definitely found I've read probably a lot more contemporary romance this year, and I don't know if that's just because I've been needing something a little bit lighter than what.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I will say I've been kind of dealt a couple of blows this year, and I've been dealing with and going for the lighter side of things has definitely probably been my desire. And I've read some
100%.
That reading the lighter stuff has kind of been really good for me because I'm already dealing with enough shit. I don't need to be sitting here fucked off going, now everything's worse because I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've still read books and now I have to wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
They're all going to die.
I think that's where we differ is which is funny because if you need to cry, you'll watch sad movies. If I need to cry, I'll go and read a really sad book to cry. Or if I'm in a shitty mood, I will read the dark shit because that kind of represents the mood that I'm in. I'm one to wallow in my feelings and not try and help myself get out of them. So if I'm in in a really angry or shitty mood or sad mood, I'll also do that at work where I'll listen to angry music, which makes me even more angry. And it's a lot of fun.
See, I will push it down until I go, okay, I can't anymore. Yeah. And especially over the past, the other weekend when I was watching a sad movie every fucking night of the weekend. And because I was just I'd pushed it down enough over the week. I was angry at everyone. I didn't have anything else to do. I had the house to myself. So sitting and watching sad movies every single night. So I watched Me Before You. I watched Dead Poets Society for the first time ever. And then I watched Click, which was recommended by Athena, which I surprisingly did cry at. I was very surprised because
I've never heard of that.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, and I was...
Oh! Is that the one with the remote? Yeah.
So I
remember that.
I only got a 6 on the pain scale. And then I watched The Fault in Our Stars, and because I've not watched that in years, and I went, oh, wait a second, I remember this is where it starts to go wrong, and then I was ugly crying, and that's when every night my friend called me just as I was and he's just stop, why are you doing this to yourself? I'm like,
I need to. I can't watch The Fault in Our Stars. I've watched it the first time, sobbed my heart out. It was the worst thing I've ever watched. Not as in pain wise, not it was a really good movie. And I've read the book, cried as well. I think I read the book before I watched the movie, but every time that comes on, even when it's happy, even when they're having their good moments, crying. Because I know what's gonna happen.
I mean,
it's not okay.
Because I read the book and I cried reading the book, and then I watched the movie and I was like, hey, this is 10 times worse. and then it was the same with Me Before You. So the movie was coming out, so I read the book, and I remember sitting on the corner of the couch, of the lounge, and it gets to that part in the book, and I'm sitting there crying very quietly, and my mum goes, "Are you crying?" And I went, "No." She's like, "Are you lying to me?" And I'm like,
No.
"No." "Do you need a tissue?" "Yes, please." She throws the tissue box at me. And then when I watching that movie, like, it's, when things go down, like, start to go downhill, and like everyone's seen it. Like, if you haven't seen it, go and cry about it.
Yeah.
It's a balls to the walls pain for me, that movie.
I never read the book, so I had no idea where it was going, and I thought this was like a romance movie. I was so mad at the end of that movie. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
That movie is like a thriller. A romantic thriller, because there's romance, but you're not going to be thrilled about it.
Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah. So, I will watch sad movies, and they make me feel a little bit better. But, like, last weekend, like, on the Sunday when I was watching The Fault in Our Stars, like, I had a headache from crying.
Oh,
so dehydrated.
It's the worst.
So much better though. And I'm like, it was either journaling or watching sad movies, and I opted for feeling my feelings instead of pushing them.
Yeah, that's fair. And another thing with me as well is when I'm in like a depressive episode, I will turn on like Saw, and I will watch people like die horrifically, and I'm like, ha! At least my life's not that bad. I'm okay now.
That's like a reality check. Like, yeah, these guys are fictional, but I'm fine. Like, I'm not about to get
like I can survive this. If they're dealing with that shit, like, I'm fine. I'm okay.
That is, damn. Like, I've not ever thought to. No, I just feel my feelings.
Nah. Mm-mm.
I'm a soggy marshmallow though, so it's
yeah. I grew up way differently, so it's very hard for me to actually express my feelings. Like, it gets like there is a point where everything just bottles up and bottles up and bottles up, and then it just like something stupid will set me off, and then I'm like tears, angry, screaming, trying to like be like, fuck everyone, I'm done, like burning bridges. I'm getting better at that. But
I'm getting better. I'm slowly getting better at the communicating thing. Like, if someone's going to say something, and then I'm like, okay, I'm taking this the wrong way, and you need to correct me if you mean it in that way. Like, if you mean it in this way, or you're saying it, like, I'm slowly getting better at that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm still gonna like, I jump to conclusions a lot because
Yes,
we love anxiety, depression, abandonment.
Woo! Yep. 100%.
It's like as I was journaling today, I was just like, and I was writing out these things, and I'm like, wow, I am actually really fucked. I got told I have daddy issues, but not the fun kind.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That's accurate. I have the actual, like, the trauma. I don't have the, oh, daddy. I've got the, oh, that's my father.
Yeah.
It was summed up so well. You have the not fun daddy issues, and I'm like,
God damn it, I want the fun ones.
I don't think I want the fun ones. I don't
no daddy kink for you. Okay.
I'm good. I'll leave that to everybody else. Do you take breaks from reading?
No. Like, I think, like, since I got back into reading, I'm always reading a book. And that, like, kind of goes with reading 3 books at once. Like, I'll always have something on the go. Maybe, like, for one night, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to read. Or one day when I'm really, really busy and I'm, like, out and about doing stuff and I just haven't had a chance to read, that's when I don't read. But I don't specifically, like, I'm taking a week off reading. Like, that just doesn't happen for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, as evidence from this year, yes. It's not my choice.
Yeah.
when I take a break from it, it's very much I physically cannot, like, my brain will not let me sit and focus on these words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'll always, like, I always have a nighttime audiobook, or if I can't, if I'm really 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 in a slump and I can't find a good audiobook, then I listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like take breaks from reading, but it's all very dependent on what's going on, how busy I am. Am I burnt out? Because if I'm burnt out, then I have no passion for anything. I won't read, I
Yeah.
won't game, I won't watch anything. That's when I doom scroll through my phone and I spend hours on TikTok because I just don't have the attention span or the ability to care
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And I think like this year it really kind of became evident to me like that's what happens. I mean, there's been a lot
Yeah.
of like things that have happened this year that I have just really burnt
Yeah.
out, and I was like, and I'm getting like I'm slow. I am getting there again. Like the fact that I achieved my reading goal for the year, which was 50 books, which is a lot lower
Mm-hmm.
than I ever put my reading goal. But that's because I didn't meet my reading goal last year. Because last year I was settling into a new job. I broke my ankle. Last year was a whole thing. This year was a whole thing. And I'm just hoping that next year is a better year for reading.
It will be. No
Next
hoping
year,
about it. It's going to be.
next year it just has to be a better year.
Yeah.
We get to do season 2 of the podcast. We get to talk to
Yeah.
more authors.
Yeah. We get to go to Ages of Pages. Like, next year's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic. And there's so many things to look forward to, like a romantic adventure and Armageddon. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of holding on to those things. And then, I've got a whole lot of trips planned, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm going to Aussie with Zoe. Just getting to see people. It's going to be good. And hopefully that kind of keeps the cup full a little bit.
Yeah.
And I definitely think, for me, once I have a bigger space for me to be in as well, will be better because
Mm-hmm.
very much at the moment my life is confined to one bedroom.
Yeah.
I can be in the rest of the house, but I kind of like if I'm gonna read, I'm gonna read in my room on my bed.
Yeah.
It's not like I have outside furniture.
Yeah.
Like next year's going to be a better year for reading. I'm going to read so much more, and I'm much more settled into my job, and like there's not a lot of shit happening. Like I'm not really intending on doing anything to inconvenience myself, but that's mental health for you. We can't.
Don't we love it?
No. Really not.
No. Yeah, exactly. I do find that always towards the end of the year, my reading definitely slows down because I end up working overtime at work and trying to get everything done. And now that I'm doing my PA business, I'm also doing that. And then we're doing the podcast. So I've got a lot more things that I'm juggling definitely towards the end of the year. And like we're like filming a lot more to get us ready for the Christmas period so we can actually have a break and stuff, which is great. And
I mean, I'm looking forward to just getting to scheduling everything so that way I don't have to like. Because I mean, I'll take my laptop traveling with me just because, like, if I want to game, or if I want to write, or if I want to, do things with friends, like video calls with friends. But like that way, when it's all scheduled, so everyone, you're gonna have so many episodes to look forward to get ready.
Over the holidays. We're not taking a break from posting, but we will be taking a break from recording. We're like kind of getting ahead, which is great. But yeah, like there's just so many things that I'm juggling at the moment that I'm not picking up a book as often as I would like, but that is what it is. 3.5 weeks time, I have 3 weeks off work and I'm very excited. So
so I think it's we figured it out. It was like 2 weeks and 5 days, and I moved. I go on leave on the 12th of December. Yes, but I have to move house, and then I go to Australia, and I find another thing that I notice when I'm traveling is that I read a lot more when I'm on planes.
Yeah. Because the last time you went traveling, you smashed out like 5 books.
That was when I went to a great map. I have no idea how I did that, but I didn't download any episodes of things like movies to watch. I was just like, you know what? I've got all these books to read. I may as well just spend my time in the airport and on the planes reading. And it was actually really good. And because I've got some longer flights this year because I'm going to Australia and I'm going to be with my siblings. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
and I got to go through be at the airport. And the less time I spend on my phone, the less time I have to spend charging it. I think that it's going to be, and I've got a lot more flights this year because I go to Australia, I come back, I'm home for 5 days. Over Christmas, and then I'm off to Invercargill, and then I go from Invercargill to Greymouth, and I go Greymouth back to Auckland.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do much reading probably while I'm doing that, because when I'm in Greymouth, I'm going to be with a little baby, and I'm going to be going, Auntie Bree is going to go gaga. Absolutely freaking gaga. So, not going to do a lot of reading.
He is so cute, so...
I get like all the videos and photos, and I'm like, baby.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's the traveling is when I notice I do a lot of reading, because now I'm purposefully not downloading TV shows to watch, because that's when you watch TV shows. Also noticed some of my flights I didn't have backseat entertainment, so I'm like, well, I have to read something.
Yeah.
I have to do something.
Mm-hmm. Keep yourself entertained.
Exactly. And I mean, I think I have got in-flight entertainment when I'm going to Oz, but what I might do is I might just, put a show on and then just sit there and read my book.
Yeah, like a comfort show or something that you don't really have to pay attention to.
Yeah, or a comfort movie, one that I know really well.
Yeah.
It's not going to make me cry.
Yeah.
I will say, if the new Jurassic World or whatever it is on there, I will be watching that because Jonathan Bailey.
Fair. That is fair.
Yeah. Reading slumps. How do you get out of them?
Yeah, I think I've been in like one or two like big reading slumps, and I think that the main thing is not putting pressure on yourself. Reading should be fun. You shouldn't be picking up a book just because you're like, I should be reading. Like, I kind of like will take a step back and be like, okay, this is where we're at the moment. Let's take a little bit of a break. Maybe just put down the book that I'm currently reading that's putting me in a slump, and maybe like sometimes I'll either like just give myself a couple of days off, or I will pick up a book that I really, really love and do a reread. Or I'll find something like short, fun, and smutty just to be like getting me in the mood, something that's going to like make me kick my feet and smile and like, enjoy.
Read something good.
Yes. Yeah, like something like that that's like just, vibes, no plot. Like, it's not really great, but it's just like getting you, it's entertaining, and that definitely does it for me, I think. The big one is definitely like going back to a favorite and rereading my favorite and being like, this is what it feels like to love a book. And then 9 times out of 10, I'll go back to the book that put me in a slump, and I'm like, okay, this is a DNF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I do. What about you?
Generally, what I have found, it's actually been like, when I've said a book and you go, oh, you should read that, like, because when I've been in a big time, like I think it was Butcher and Blackbird that got me out of my most recent one.
Yeah.
And you were just like, you should read that and like let us see your reactions. And I was like, okay, and that's a really good one. And as I'm reading something that's so far out of my comfort zone, I have found it. And then I go, okay, now I need to read something that is in my comfort zone. That I go, okay, this is safe. It's like I did really well, and now I can read something that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. Like, look at me. I've read a whole book, and now I can get back into whatever else. Yeah.
Or I also do the rereading of favorites. So I usually go back to Narnia.
Oh, yep.
Yep, that one's like my safe space, like Narnia or Lord of the Rings. That is where I will usually go if I've been in I'm like, okay, I need to read something. And I need something that's comfortable, I will read one of those two. And generally I sit there going, like, I'll be reading Lord of the Rings, and I go, okay, like, dude, you use so many words. Like, I love this book so much, but, like, actually, I need to get my book back from Matilda. I just realized I'm still missing a book. She has book 2. I need to get book 2 back, so it's back on my shelf. But yeah, I'll read something that's comfortable to me.
Yeah. And
then branch out slowly from there, but I take it very gentle because I know I've only just come out of a slump. It's so easy to go back into one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I won't push it with reading with my eyeballs. I'll more do like the audio route, because then you don't have to concentrate as much. And then once you feel like, oh yeah, I'm ready to pick back up a book, or like you get that itch to sit down and read a book, that's when I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, and it'll always be, I'll stare at my shelf, and I'll always know, okay, that's the book I need to read, especially if I've been in a slump, because like my eye, like I keep looking back at it, and then I look away again, and then I'm looking over my shelf, and then I look at it again, and I'm like, okay, I need to read this book because clearly something is saying this is your time.
Yeah, it's catching your eye at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's how and it works. I just kind of that just ties back into that I'm such a mood reader.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I definitely have kind of embraced the mood reading a lot this year, because normally I was like so rigid with my TBR, and then I'd get like so mad at myself when I didn't finish it or whatever. And now I'm just like, fuck it, like just read what you want to read. If you're not feeling it, just put it down. I'm not as much of a mood reader with my arcs and stuff, just because I need to get through those arcs. But everything else I'm kind of like, because the good thing with my challenge is I have a stack of books that I read, and generally they're like a little bit different from each other. So I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for a fantasy, I'll pick up the fantasy book. Then I'll be like, oh, I'm not really in the mood for fantasy, I'll pick up this book. So I've got like a selection of books that I can choose from. It's just very limited amount. And then like I said with the audiobooks, I kind of just listen to whatever I want to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. Like I will sit there and I'll scroll through Libby's available now on audiobooks, and I'll be like, no, it's not really speaking to me. Maybe, and then I just keep going until I find something, and I go, okay, cool. You're my bedtime story.
Yeah.
Because I can't not sleep without noise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank God for sleep timers.
Yeah.
Most of the time, though, I will turn it on, the sleep timer on, and I'm still awake 2 hours later, so I have to restart the sleep timer again. And I'm lying there, and I'm like, and all of a sudden, like, it just stops, and I'm like,
what happened?
I'm still awake. Like, are you telling me it has been 120 minutes? And it has been, and I'm like that was last night. I didn't get to sleep until 1 o'clock this morning because my brain was like, just, you're not allowed to sleep. And I'm like, no, that's great, thanks.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to listen to an audiobook or a podcast while trying to go to sleep. Like, I do have the eye mask with the like headphones in them, and I'll listen to like white noise or sleep music. But I don't think I could, because my brain will hyper focus on the words and like the actual story, and then I'll never sleep.
See, I've tried sleep music. I think I especially tried sleep music while I was on shift work, and I was trying to sleep, at 7 o'clock in the morning because, I've just finished a night shift. But I never found. I'm very much I like the sound of people talking.
Yeah.
But I can't have people singing music because it doesn't itch my brain right. But if I do, like, I used to go to sleep with the radio playing, and like it would just turn itself off. I mean, I was like this even as a kid. Like, if I could hear the TV and my parents talking in the lounge, I was like, okay, this is safe. Very much an anxiety thing, and it's just gotten worse. I've got the kid turned into an adult. I think I was good for a little bit, and then I moved out of home, and then my body went,
no,
this is not safe. You need noise. So it'll always be an audiobook or a podcast. And I mean, I finished my podcast that I was listening to, and I'm like, now what the fuck do I listen to? I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I need, I just need noise. So it's audiobooks, but I'll always pick a book that I would not usually listen to, because if I fall asleep listening to it, then I don't actually care all that much, and I can generally get the gist of what's happened when I start the audiobook again, and I'm like, okay, cool, so this is everything that has happened since I fell asleep.
Yeah.
You are moving? Ooh. One of my friends has just texted me, you are moving? I realised I haven't actually spoken to her, so she doesn't know.
Whoops!
As you can tell, I talk to like maybe 5 people. I talk to Anne. I talk to Zoe. I talk to Ben. That's only 3 people.
That is only 3 people. That's not 5. I
talk to 3 people regularly. Exactly. I talk to 3 people like almost consistently who knows what's going on in my life, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I like before we start recording, guys, I get the tea. I get filled it.
like any drama that's happened, it'll be like, hey, so you remember how I told you about this? And I was like, yeah.
Like, yes.
We have like a full it's like a full download of what the shit
Yeah.
that's happened in each other's lives. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and if an author is sitting in the lobby for like 5 minutes, that's why, because I'm getting like the end of the story, and then we let them in to do our interview, and we're like, oh, sorry.
Like, here's the thing, I can't, like, once the story starts, it all just has to come out.
Yeah.
I can't hold it in.
No.
So, I mean, apologies to all of our author friends who have sat for like 5 minutes in the lobby just waiting for us. It's generally my fault, because I'm like, this is like my opportunity. And generally, before we start recording an episode, we have like 10-15 minutes where we're just nattering.
Yeah.
Recording time starts at 5, but actually it's like...
We don't start till 5:30.
No. We are so professional.
100%.
I'm definitely not doing this in my pajamas.
No, neither. Mm-mm. You're lucky I brushed my hair.
Yeah, yeah. I washed my hair today, and I was like, and then it dried so fast. Like, I towel dried it, and like I had the nice kind of curls going, and then I started to get frizzy because it's so muggy.
It's so hot.
I hate this time of... I like this time of year because, you know, it's family time coming up and all of that. But the heat, and I'm going to Australia in the middle of
you're gonna
summer.
Die. You're gonna die.
And like my family's been talking about, oh, we'll go to the beach, like, you know, the rock pools, and I'm sitting there going, I'm like white. Like, you think my siblings are like a pasty white? Like, wait till you get my legs out there. Like, I'm like the beacons alert Gondor calls for aid. That'll be what everyone's saying. I will be in the news. Hey, if I go missing...
You don't need to tell the Irish girl.
No, exactly. We glow. Hey, we don't glow. Our knuckles, like, everything snaps. We don't glow in the dark, but we glow in the sun.
Yeah.
It's because we're brilliant.
We are. We're geniuses.
We're so smart.
We'll never get lost.
No. We really won't. Well, I always joke, I'm like, if you put me out in the snow, like, the only way you'll be able to see me is my hair.
Yeah.
Because it's red.
Yeah.
That's the way you'll be able to find me, is because my hair will stand like a sore thumb. The rest of me, though, might be a wig, you just never know. My actual hair, I promise. I grew it myself. With some assistance from the hairdresser. Anyway, anything else that you can think of?
No, I think that's good.
Well, like with any episode that we do, Spark of Joy, plug of the week, we have not written down anything in the document. So we always had our doc, and it's blank on Spark of Joy. I mean, I think I speak for both of us. Last night was a Spark of Joy with Celia.
100%. Having Celia back on the podcast was such a joy, and that episode will be upcoming very, very soon. But yeah, it was just so great to chat to her again. She was like the first author that we interviewed on this podcast. She was like so keen to be, and the last one for the year. It's just like, we love Celia in this household.
We are her number one fans. We need shirts for when we do meet her. If lost, return to Celia. I'm Celia.
Yeah. That was definitely a spark, and just recording today has been a spark. Yeah. Like, we haven't actually sat down and had a chat like this in a while, so it's been really nice and a big spark for me.
No, I agree. I think especially with, you know, all the madness coming, and it's actually kind of nice. Like, I'm looking at the calendar when I was scheduling the episodes yesterday. I was like, oh shit, I haven't like put through all the things for when we're doing them, and just we have like a couple of like back-to-back days, and I'm just like, yay.
Yeah, it's exciting.
I know personally I always feel a little bit tired coming into it, but when I come out of the other side of it, I'm like, okay, I feel a lot better, because it's that, and I think it's always like, I'm very much, like, I'm an extrovert, like I am very much filled by like when I'm with my people, and to be able to do this and hang out with you. Like, I just go, my cup just feels that little bit extra filled, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of cope with the
And
rest
it's
of
a good way to start the week as well. Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
And we get to start the week, and then we get to end the week doing
Exactly.
another recording. So it's like,
it's always fun.
It's great. It's gold. I really do love doing this. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I just had this random idea, and I was like, hey, who wants to do this with me?
And I was like, it was on my, so Zoe and I over New Year's, we did mood boards.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my mood board. We are preparing to do our 2026 mood boards. And literally on my goals, it says start a podcast.
It wasn't meant to be.
It was meant to be. And like, I'm looking at my goals, and while I haven't achieved all of them, for a fact, I have done, how many have I achieved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done 6 of them.
That's
And
really good, though.
That was, like, it's like all my goals there. And this, like, the fact that I can cross off start a podcast was just like, hell yeah! We did this. It's been so.
We did a thing. Yeah.
And then one of our upcoming episodes I'm also very excited for, which is where we talk about the year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
We get to it'll be Spotify Wrapped, but the Broke Book Girls Wrapped.
Pretty much.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so good.
It'll be our 2025 wrap. That's the title. Because who needs Spotify Wrapped?
100%. Yeah, exactly.
Plug of the week? Sitting in front of a fan. That's my plug.
Yeah. I wish I brought mine in.
Because it's plugged in.
Hilarious.
Back on the wall. There we go.
What have I enjoyed this week? What have I done this week? Nothing.
Hey, you can plug the podcast.
Yeah, guys, if you're looking for a new bookish podcast, I highly recommend the Broke Book Girls podcast. Like, I start listening to it, and it's just really funny, and it feels like two best friends just having a chat. And I feel like, just check it out.
Come hang out with them. Like, they probably sound a little bit crazy sometimes, but I mean,
just a little bit.
They are, so
just a smidge.
But
I would also plug just planning, like, some goals or like experiences or adventures that you want to go and do next year, because it's that time of year where we're starting to wrap up the year. And also, I just want to plug that you look back on all the fun things that you've done. You may not have hit every single goal that you wanted to set for yourself this year, but hey, you've got next year, you've got the year after. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Just reflect and smile and be happy about what you've done this year. And if that's just surviving, then that's just surviving, and that's totally okay as well.
And one of the other things I'd probably is when you make those memories, take those photos. I'm a huge fan of taking the photos, like, to have memories of what I've been doing with my people. I'm not always happy to be in the photos, but I always want to be, like, taking photos of the things that are happening. Like, when I go to Aussie, I've got my camera at the top of my wardrobe, so I'm going to take my camera with me, and I'll take that when I go down south, because I want to take more photos, because I want to be able to look back and go, yeah, I did that thing, and I got to see these people. And it's like, you just don't get physical photo books anymore.
No.
And it's like, I've actually recently got a whole lot of photos printed, and they're on their way, and I'm going to
yes.
My parents have a whole lot of photo albums, like, of my growing up and my brother's growing up. I mean, most of his growing up is digital. But, like, all of mine are, like, physical photo albums. I'm like, and that's kind of what I want. So take those pictures, make that photo album, do that scrapbook, make a mood board.
Yeah.
Just
100%.
enjoy, reflect, be glad that, hey, we survived another year.
The year, yeah.
And it's done, just about. and then we take on 2026 head first, grab it by the balls, give it a twist,
Yes.
and make it your bitch.
100%. I think that's the perfect plug to end this episode on. Go us for having a blank document. I'm proud of us. Hell yeah.
This is our longest solo episode.
Is it?
It is.
Well, I love that for us. And we didn't really have much planned going in. Like, we were just like, let's just talk about reading and our habits and what we do and what we don't do. And love it.
And we did so good. And I didn't even notice the time going by.
No, it was great. I really enjoyed this one.
All I know now is I need to call my friend to be like, yeah, I'm moving.
Surprise!
Surprise! Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure to subscribe so we know you're here listening. We appreciate you spending time with us today and every day that you tune in. It is a pleasure to be in your ear holes, even though we don't know you're in your ear holes. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok at the Broke Book Girls Pod. And make sure to subscribe or follow on your listener of choice. And where can they find you?
You can find me at Runaway Irish Girl on all platforms. And you?
You can find me at the Cheese and Reads. I almost did be the cheese again. Cheese and Reads. I almost did it again. Follow me at Cheese and Reads anywhere you can think I might be. And check back in every Wednesday, 10 a.m. for a brand new episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you.
We love you. Bye.